Sokolov.
I need no luck to beat small American big.
What the heck was that, Rocket? You had that commie beat. What happened?
I'm sorry, Coach. I just felt really dizzy and out of breath. The last couple of practices, I've been feeling a little bit out of breath, and I didn't want to tell you.
Is that so? Well, I suppose we should get you to a doctor. I'll make an appointment for tomorrow.
Right this way, Mr. Bradley. All right, then. What seems to be the problem?
Well, you see, Doc, I've been having some chest pain and shortness of breath during recent practices and races. I didn't really think much of it until yesterday when it really affected my performance.
Would you mind me listening to your heart? You appear to have a heart murmur, or an irregular heartbeat, which means your problem is most likely heart-related. Does your family have a history of heart disorders?
Actually, yeah, my dad had a heart attack when I was about 3. My family never really knew what caused it.
It's highly probable you have a genetic disorder. I can't know which one for certain until we perform a series of tests like X-rays and MRI scans. Is this all right with you?
Whatever needs to be done, Doc.
All right, son. Thank you for your time. We should have your results back to you in a few days. Until then, I suggest you avoid any rigorous physical activity.
Doc, I don't think you understand. I have a very big race coming up. It's the championship. I have to run.
I'm sorry, Dirk, but it's much too risky. You're just going to have to sit this one out.
Oh, I understand, Doctor.
Why did you wink? Okay, you keep an eye on him.
Oh, don't worry, Doctor.
Why are you two... Whatever, just don't run.
Push it to the limit. Walk along the razor's edge. But don't look down, just keep your head or you'll be finished. Open up the limit. Past the point of no return. Reach the top, but still you gotta learn how to keep it. Hit the wheel and double the stakes. Throttle wide open like a bat out of hell. You crash the gate. Crash the gate. Going for the battle beyond. Nothing gonna stop you. There's nothing that strong. So close now, you're nearly at the brink. So push it. Ooh, yeah.
Hello, Rocket.
What do you want, Sokolov?
I challenge you to a one-on-one race tomorrow. Bear versus Baby Man.
Save it for the championship race, Sokolov.
No, I demand one-on-one here tomorrow.
I'm not afraid of you or your Russian accent.
You're on.
Good luck in that race, Dirk. Beat that darn Ruski and make me proud.
Thanks, Coach. I will. Dr. Goodwell?
Mr. Bradley, I've got the test results. You have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. If you race, this could have terrible consequences.
I understand. If you say so.
Oh, poor baby man. Are you afraid to run now? Oh, boo-hoo, big American baby.
I'm sorry, Doc. I have to run this.
No, you don't. This is a life-threatening disease. If you... You gave us quite the scare, Mr. Bradley. We thought you might have gone into cardiac arrest. Luckily, you merely passed out due to your condition.
Now, what exactly is my condition?
Well, Mr. Bradley, you've been diagnosed with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or HCM, as it's usually called. HCM causes the wall of your heart's left ventricle to thicken, forcing it to pump less blood due to its decreased volume. That's why you were so out of breath whenever you exerted yourself, because your heart was working harder to pump blood through your body.
My father having a heart attack, does that have anything to do with HCM?
Oh yes, he most certainly had the same disease. You're lucky you didn't meet the same fate as he did. HCM is autosomal dominant, which means that...
The abnormal allele, or trait, is dominant, which means you only need one to get the disease.
Wow, yes, that's correct.
I know I may not look like it, but I did a bit of science back in my day.
Coach, where's your mustache?
I bet it on your race. Well, you know what? It doesn't really matter.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Anyway, Dirk, that's how it happened. Your father passed the genes down to you.
So, is there a specific gene that causes this disease?
No, not exactly. Not every gene associated with HCM has been identified yet. But so far, there have been about 700 mutations found on about 11 different genes. These genes code for one of the sarcomere proteins, which are present in the heart. Sarcomeres are
Basic units of muscle. In the heart, they're responsible for movements or contractions.
Yes, well, you really need to stop interrupting me. Anyways, you've been exhibiting some of the more common symptoms: chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, heart murmurs, and fainting. Thankfully, you haven't experienced some of the more severe symptoms, like going into cardiac arrest. I didn't want you to run because extensive exercises like that put you more at risk for getting heart attacks. In fact, HCM is one of the leading causes of sudden death in young athletes in the U.S.
Is there any way to treat this disease, doctor?
There is, actually. While there is no cure at this time, I can prescribe you medications that will help your heart contract and relax properly. These medications are called beta blockers.
Is there anything else?
Well, worst case scenario, if your condition worsens, you may have to have a surgical septal myectomy. This is an open heart surgery that will remove the thickened part of your heart. Unfortunately, it's extremely risky, so hopefully it won't come to that.
Thanks, Doc. I understand how serious this condition is now. Thanks, Doctor.
Don't mention it. Now, let's prescribe you some drugs.
Yes!
pots and pans, bits and pieces, and magic.
Hey, Dirk! I would like to apologize for my previous behavior. I did not realize you had a serious medical condition. I have brought flowers as a sign of peace.
I don't want your flowers, you... Are those petunias?
Duh! I picked them from my garden this morning.
Aw, thanks, Victor.